He was supposed to say I do. But instead, he was riddled with 50 bullets. What really happened to Sean Bell the night before his wedding? Sean Bell was just 23 years old. A young black man. Full of dreams, full of love. It was supposed to be the happiest day of his life, his wedding day. November 25, 2006. But instead of tuxedos and vows, there were screams, sirens, and a hail of bullets. 50 shots. Fired by New York Police Department officers. 50 bullets that changed everything. Sean Bell never got to walk down the aisle. He never got to say I do. He never got to see his daughters grow up. Because of a system that has failed black lives again and again. It all started the night before his wedding. Sean had gone out with his closest friends for a bachelor party at Club Kahlua in Queens, New York. They laughed, drank, and celebrated one last night of freedom before Sean would officially become a husband. But that night, something else was happening. Something darker. Unbeknownst to Sean and his friends, a team of undercover NYPD officers were stationed outside the club. They were reportedly investigating alleged prostitution and drugs at the venue. Tensions were already high. Inside the club, words were exchanged. According to reports, one of Sean's friends got into a verbal argument with another man. Someone claimed to hear the word gun. And that was all it took. No gun was ever found. But in that moment, the NYPD officers believed their W.
As Sean and his two friends, Joseph Guzman and Trent Benefield, left the club and got into their car, undercover officers approached. But they never properly identified themselves. They weren't in uniform. They didn't show badges. To Sean and his friends, these were just aggressive, unidentified men with guns. In panic, Sean tried to drive away. That's when it happened. The police opened fire. Not one or two shots. 50 bullets ripped through their car. Sean Bell was hit multiple times and died instantly. Joseph Guzman and Trent Benefield were severely injured but survived. Imagine being 23 hours away from marrying the love of your life. And instead, lying in a pool of your own blood, your life stolen before it even truly began. There was no gun found in the vehicle. There were no weapons on Sean or his friends. He was unarmed, innocent, gone. The story made national headlines. Anger erupted across the country. Sean's fiancée, Nicole Palter Bell, was left a widow before even becoming a wife. His daughters would never hear their father say goodnight again. And yet justice was nowhere to be found. 3 officers were charged. Detectives Michael Oliver, Jess Cardis-Nora, and Mark Cooper. They went to trial. And in 2008, all 3 were acquitted. No one was held accountable for Sean Bell's death. Protests followed. Marches swept through New York. Activists, civil rights leaders, and ordinary citizens demanded answers. The NYPD called it a tragedy, but not a crime. The system called it justified, but not murder. And the world moved on, until the next name. And the next. And the next. Sean Bell was not the first. And heartbreakingly, he would not be the last. His story is a symbol. A warning. A cry for change. Sean Bell's life mattered. And even though he never got to say I do, his memory demands that we say enough. Enough to police brutality. Enough to unaccountable killings. Enough to silence an injustice. His fiancée, Nicole, became an advocate, fighting for police reform. Fighting to make sure what happened to Sean never happens again. She turned pain into power. And we must do the same. Sean Bell didn't deserve to die. He deserved a wedding, a family, a future. He deserved to grow old. But instead, he got 50 bullets. And we will never forget. Subscribe for more true injustice stories that expose the truth and honor those whose voices were stolen. Comment justice for Sean Bell to show your support. Like, share and let this story never be forgotten.